Okay, folks, the pen is mightier than the sword. Excuse me. That's a mighty pen! Ow! I worked. I did abs yesterday at the gym. I'm tied up in here and that hurt. Anywho's, we got some things and stuff to make, but you're going to need the components to make it. Thanksgiving's coming up. Boy, I hit fast. I teach you how to make infused pecan pie and infused pumpkin pie. Now you're going to need components for this. So we're going to separate this video. First off, I'm going to show you how to make the things you're going to need to make these wonderful elevated pies, folks. Okay. First off, you're going to need to make a rocket fuel. It's this oh so dark liquid. It's wonderful. The beauty of it is it's super potent. We can use it to infuse brown sugar and white sugar and salt and citric acid, all kinds of things and stuff. And if you're diabetic, instead of sugar, you can do the same process with allulose. I've done it. It works great. So let's go over the process so that you can have some super enriched sugar to make some pies with. All right, first off, folks, you're going to need some broccoli. I didn't have any in the fridge, and if I don't show you broccoli, I get in trouble, but I had these because I'm an adult. So anywho's, you're going to need some broccoli. The amount you have is kind of a null point. It's just going to determine the potency. I'll tell you what I use. You can reverse engineer the math to figure out where you're going to be sitting at. Okay? I can't keep that bitch in. It's too heavy. Like, they should have made it hollow or something. It's real heavy. First step, folks, with any kind of baking, broccoli has a force field around it. It protects the ooey gooey bits inside that we know and love. So we've got to do a process called decarboxylation. That's where we're going to take our broccoli, stick it in our lettuce shredder, grind it up, stick it in a mason jar, put the lid on good and tight. Put it on its side, make sure it's good and spread out, stick it in the oven at 235 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. After that, we've done decarbed our broccoli. Now, after that, you're going to need 750 milliliters of water. This isn't water, but water. It's clear. Some folks call it Everclear water. The higher the potency, the better. I'm going with 190 proof. That's where I think you should try to be. If you can only get vodka or whiskey, that's fine, but you're going to have to let it sit for a couple of weeks. If you get the high proof, you can have this process done in less than 24 hours. Now, once your jar has cooled down, you're going to take your new bottle of water. This water doesn't freeze, by the way. I've had people upset because they froze their flour in a... Anywho's. The kind of water we're talking about don't freeze, folks. Keep up. 2 and 2 don't equal 5. It's 4, bitches. That's some angry blood. What was that pen? I need some more pen. 1 sec. Okay, so you're going to put your water in the freezer. You're also going to take your jar that is cooled down, stick it in the freezer. The jar that's got the button in it, right? Okay, leave them both in the freezer overnight. In the morning, mix them together. Shake it up. Put it back in the freezer. Now, about every 5 to 10 minutes, repeat that process. Do this 4 or 5 times. Once you've done this, you're done. It's time to go ahead and strain them. Now, I'm going to show you how I strain them. This, I think it's like a cold brew coffee thing. This is my favorite thing for infusion processes. Works with butter, works with tincture, works with all of it. Look at this. Flour goes in here, product goes in here. Or if they're already mixed, you just dump it in, And lift it up. Get you one. Okay, so now you've made your tincture. Now let's make some sugar. Oh, and I guess I didn't tell you. So when I make my rocket fuel, I use 1 ounce of broccoli to 750 milliliters of water. And that brings it, where's my book? One sec. All right. So that's, if you go with that and your potency on your flour is about 25% potency, that's going to put your bottle at about 6,200 of those hippie concoctions. Meaning once we make our sugar is potent. So if you're wanting to make the pumpkin pie with me, you need white sugar. If you're wanting to make the pecan pie with me, you're going to need brown sugar. If you want to do both, you need both. You got it? Okay. Okay. So, to make this, if you got my book, folks, what page are you? Page 53. Safety sugar. Same process for brown sugar, white sugar, and salt. So, we need 2 cups sugar and a 1/2 cup of our rocket fuel. Anybody else really like the feel of brown sugar? It's squishy. I like squishy things. 1 cup. So we got our 2 cups of sugar. Now we need a 1/2 cup of our rocket fuel right on top. This stuff scares me. It's so damn potent. Now, once this evaporates, all of the water is gone. It's just the Lord's lettuce left over. Now get you a fork and mix that up. Now I like to use like a 9x9 pan like this, just because it's going to evaporate faster. You can speed up the process if you really want to, folks. Just don't have open flame, right? Because it's flammable. At least this stuff is. It'll go boom real quick. Make sure your sugar is all good and wet. Now, every hour or so, go ahead and mix it up again because it's going to start clumping together. Make sure you get it mixed up and it's going to evaporate evenly. Now, like I said, you can do the same thing with salt, folks. And you can also double up this process. You can triple up this process. So, say you want your sugar. So, with the measurements we just did, that sugar is going to come out to about 32 of those hippie calories per tablespoon. So, if you want it to be 64, once it's dry, do the process again. Salt, I usually do the process 3 or 4 times because you don't use much salt in your recipes. But it's pretty nice having salt that's potent enough that I can sprinkle salt onto my food and get feeling right. Anyways, folks, that's it. That's how we make our sugar. It's not hard. It's not complicated. Don't let the process scare you. Tomorrow, we'll use that sugar we just made, and we're going to make some pies. Thanksgiving is going to be wonderful. Anywho's, all of these recipes can be found in my cookbook, folks. Teach you how to cook with the Lord's lettuce. And we tried to make them pretty nifty for you. So if you find a recipe you like, say lift-off lasagna, you can scan the QR code and it'll take you to the video of me showing you how to make it. Anyways, if and you're not following me, folks, you should be. Oh, so we're not making the pies today, but we're making Rice Krispie treats. Except instead of using Rice Krispies, we're going to use potato chips. That episode's coming soon. Bye. Love you. Oh, and if you want a book, click the link.